Alright, welcome back. So, Nature's Ire. First exploration encounter, Beyond the Fringes. So we left off with our heroes about to take their next turn. We've got two progress tokens on the encounter, or the exploration card. So once we receive our third, we're going to have to advance the fate by one and draw a peril card. So it's about to get very difficult very quickly. Just to do a quick correction from the first video, the Goblin Archers were taking a significant amount of pot shots at Desmond because he was the furthest hero. However, it was supposed to be the first hero at line of sight, and you can't shoot through occupied spaces, so he would not technically have been in line of sight. So they shouldn't have shot him. They did. No way to go back and recorrect that. So, you know, he's got some damage. We'll deal with that. But going forward, we'll know that ranged units can't shoot through other ranged units. So, just an oversight on my part, but we'll move forward. So, let's get on with the hero phase. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh all of their skills, and then we will get to their actions. So, let's get started. Okay, so the first hero to take their turn is going to be the Orc of the Book. So he's got a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 range from all of the Goblin Archers. And what I plan to do, if it works out, is basically kill as many of these archers so I can get another hero to the door, explore, and get us out of this map before we have to draw a peril card. Because as soon as this hero round is over, the Overlord round is gonna get rid of this card, and we're gonna have to draw a peril. So I don't want to do that. So if I can get through here, I'm gonna do it. So, and we're definitely gonna get poisoned, I think. I'm not sure if we have enough movement. So technically, Astrid's the only one who has enough movement and fatigue probably to get to the end and then perform the action to open the door. So let's see how it goes. My luck is probably not going to happen, but you never know. So, Leoric, his first action is going to be attack this archer with his arcane bolt. So, as you remember, Leoric rolls a yellow and blue die for his arcane bolt, and we get 1 gray die for the goblin. So let's hope he does well here. Alright, so that doesn't look good. He's got the range, so he's got the 6 range. The goblin rolled 2 shields though, so he negates both of those. But I do have a surge. And that surge I can use as a Pierce 2. So that Pierce 2 will allow me to penetrate both levels of shields and do the full 2 damage on him. And he only has 2 health, so this goblin, dead. So I get to move my loot track up 1. And we are at 4, so 1 more loot, 1 more kill, and we get to draw some loot cards, which is very good. So, great start. I'm a little worried about the range on the next guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we are going to have to take a shot at the boss. I mean, I'd love to kill the other minion because they only have 2 health, because I don't think I can one-shot this guy, but his range is it's a full 6, and I got lucky with that 6 last roll, so I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm gonna take a shot at the Master Goblin. See what happens. Alright, so we did get a range of 6. 1 damage and 1 surge. So the surge is again gonna negate these 2 and do a full 1 damage. Now I do have runic knowledge that'll let me, if I had a second surge, I could add another 2 damage onto that, which would have been a nice hit for 3. This goblin has 4 health, but since we don't have another surge, we're only going to get to do 1 damage to him. So he's gonna go from 4 down to 3 health. So I'll put 1 damage token on him to remember that we scuffed them a little bit. So that's that's the end of Leoric of the Book's turn. And we do have Desmond, who we know is hurt. He can move up to 4 spaces, so I can move him 1, 2, 3, 4, which I'll do. I mean, I could do this later, but I'll do it now for his first action. And then I'm going to exhaust this, his ability where choose a hero within 2 spaces of him. That hero gains 1 health, so I'm going to choose Desmond. And he's going to heal himself for 1 and bring his health back up to 5. So remember, he's a total health of, I believe, 10. So if I can just keep healing him, then he should recover. And I can also use Ashrian to heal as well. But let's move on to, let's go to Grisbin. So Grisbin, he's got a movement of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now if I can spend 2 fatigue, I can get him over here and then take a whack at that goblin, but I don't want to not kill him. I do really want to kill him. But I'm going to spend his 2 fatigue. So he's spending the rest of his fatigue. I have to do this. I have to give it a shot. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 fatigue. He's gonna whack this guy. So he gets a red and a blue. The Goblin Master gets a gray. So let's see if he can put him down. All right, let's go, Grisbin. Give us a big roll. Wow. Oh yeah. So he rolled 5 damage, no block. Goblin Master is dead. So with the Goblin Master dead, that's huge on many levels. So let's start with the loot track. So based on the loot track, because it was a master, we get to move the amount of cards we draw up 1, and because he's got one square base size, he goes up to 5, and that 5 automatically triggers, and our loot reward is 3 cards. So we get to draw 3 cards off the top, and we get to choose and keep one of them. 1, 2, 3. And let's see what we got. So, let me back that out. We got Magma Blast, which is, wow, really nasty. The Belt of Alchemy. So if you exhaust this card, you or an adjacent hero may discard a condition card or infection token and limit 1 belt equipped at a time, so it's a piece of equipment, or Ring of Power where you gain 1 stamina. I think this is a no-brainer. We got to take the Magma Blast. So we're going to take that, and clearly we're going to give that to Leoric of the Book, and we will put the remaining 2 cards on the bottom of the pile. So I'll take care of that, and then we'll jump into Ashrian's turn. Okay, so for Ashrian's turn, we could run up and open the door if we had cleared this exploration. So we can't draw another exploration card while this one's still active. So we could either let this time out, which I don't want to do, or we can finish off the last monster. So if I can get up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So her first action is going to be to move, and hopefully she can one-hit this guy and get us out of this exploration phase. So she's going to attack. So let's get the dice going. So this is her second action. She's going to attack with her Iron Mace. She gets a blue and a yellow. He gets a gray for defense. And hopefully we can pull this off. Come on, big roll. Alright, that looks like a pretty good roll to me. So she rolled 4 damage and 2 surges to his two shields. So one of her surges could stun, but I don't even need it. So the shields can negate those 2. She'll do 2 damage to him. He's only got 2 health, so he's coming off the table. So he's dead. She killed him. I get to move the loot track up 1 to 1, and that basically completes this exploration card. Okay, so basically the card, what happens is, because if there are no monsters on the map, you refresh the fate, which we didn't have it moved anyway, so we don't have to do anything there, and you remove this card, remove this exploration card. So now there's currently no exploration card, and because of that, we end the turn. So now, right now, there's no, her turn's finished. There's no more exploration card. She's finished her turn. Okay, so now it's the Overlord phase, and for the Overlord phase, he is going to do Overlord effects where there is no Overlord effect because the exploration card is now completed. But we do have to do the fate. We do the fate action or fate phase where we have to now move the fate up 1, and we have to draw a peril card. So let's see what we get. Not what I wanted to happen, but I ran out of actions. So basically, roots thrust through the dense dirt of the forest floor, grabbing your legs and pulling you toward the enemy. The hero furthest from the exit of the current encounter places this card in his play area. So that would be Leoric of the Book. Each time this hero spends movement points, they must be spent to move toward the closest master monster. If this hero defeats a master monster or is defeated, discard this card. So this card remains active until it is discarded. So basically, he's got to kill a master monster to get rid of this effect. So this is going to stay on him. Not great, but not as bad as some of these cards can get. So with that, that's basically the end of the Overlord phase. So we can move back into the hero phase. So let's see. Now clearly we're going to explore, right? So let me move everybody up close to the doorway, and we'll try to get through. So what I'll do is I'll move Leoric up. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. So I mean, because every time he moves now, he must be spent to move toward the closest master monster. So he can't even move at this point. So he's kind of stuck. So we have no choice but to move through. So I'll send the big guy through first. So Grisman's gonna move up here, and then he's gonna explore. You know what I'm gonna do first? I'm going to perform a rest action. Now a rest action, as one of my actions, it's going to completely top off his stamina. So I'm just going to spend an action and refill his stamina. For his second action, well, not even, I'm going to immediately spend one of these fatigue and move him 1 square. So now for his second action, I'm going to open the door. So when you open the door, you simply draw the next exploration card. So let's see what we're going to face next. So we've got the Hoarders Land. So what I'll do is I'll get this all set up, and then and we'll see what's waiting for us.
Hoarders Land. The Hoarders are massive Ettins who take and take. In the moment that passes as you stumble into the glade, they have already cleared a space for you in their collection. Your survival now depends on the speed of your friends and the hunger of these two-headed giants.